There's definitely trouble still coming Ben's way, even though Vance is back on the scene. And he's so happy that Vance is back on the scene. You know, he was such an ally to Ben season 1, and it was heartbreaking when he thought he was gone. So a whole new story opens up when we find Vance back and alive. He's got sources, he's got ways of doing things that Ben and Michaela and Samvi don't have or don't know about. So he's going to be a real ally as we go forward. I mean, I think, yeah, he tries to avoid it, but he can't avoid this death date. You know, it's this looming thing over him and all the passengers. It's a ticking clock. And, you know, he definitely doesn't want to go out the way Griffin went out. And, you know, I think that is something they're trying to figure out, if that's a way into solving this death date. You know, he used the callings for bad, you know, and that's a question that Ben and Michaela keep asking throughout season 2. Are these callings good or are they bad? Are they leading them down some dark path to the apocalypse? Are they agents of destruction? And that's a question that they will wrestle with as they go forward. Yeah, I mean, I think the way that Ben and Michaela and Samvi approach the callings and the death date vary slightly, and I think it keeps changing throughout the season. And I think we come to a point in season 2 where something happens, something major happens. The way he views the world, the way he thinks about the world, and I think it may shift his thinking to a different perspective. Ben's breaking point, what is it? I mean, Josh Dallas's breaking point would be way, way sooner. Probably, you know, probably the pilot episode of season 1. But Ben, I think once we get to episode 8 of season 2, there's a big shift in Ben's thinking. I look forward to Ben going forward with this new way of thinking about his newfound position. I think it's tough. I mean, this idea, you know, season 1 was all about survival, and season 2 is about preservation, about, you know, keeping all the things that he holds near and dear to his heart very close and protecting that. And I think throughout season 1, Ben and Grace, this marriage, these two people, they come back together in a very different world and very different people. And they're in this hurricane, just sort of dancing on the outside, trying to find each other to get to the center, to where it's calm, to where they can regroup and become a stronger unit. And I think they do that by the end of season 1, and then she announces that she's pregnant and it might not be his. It's going to be an issue, you know, it's going to be an issue that we find out, you know, very quickly the answer when we get into season 2 about whose baby it is. And I think their relationship as we go through season 2 becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. It's so tough for her. It's so tough for her to be the age that she is, to, you know, to having lost her father and her twin brother, to have them come back into their life in the way that they have. It's just tough, and she doesn't experience anything that they're experiencing. And she's lost in a way, and she's looking for something to ground all of this, to make sense for her, like they all are. And I think she gets involved with forces in Manifest that Ben doesn't agree with and thinks are very, very, very dangerous. Well, he's got bills. They still have bills, so he needs to pay those bills. You know, it's a great, you know, it's what he does. So it's good for him to be back in that sort of environment where there's some sort of normalcy. But it's going to also be a place where he can also do a lot of research into the mystery. So it's going to prove to be a good thing for him.